Community Action News with Rick Godley, CAN. Remember, when you can't, maybe together we can. Community Action News, CAN.
Rick Talk.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rick Godley. We'll call this episode 2, Latte Kaffe. Owner Mike Carr. Last time we visited, it was inside. We're outside right now in the elements. And we talked about Mike, the original penmanship, or the man who wrote Soul Sister, that was made famous. Soul Song, Mike.
Could have been my sister.
Could have been. No, it better not have been your sister. But Joe Stampley got a hit out of that, and we gave you the backstory on that. But you call me up. Mike's got another story, a very, very famous song, Wolverton Mountain. But first, how you doing? Everything good?
Everything's real good, Rick. I enjoy you coming up every time.
Well,
we have some real good discussions up here.
And then we capture, this is the beauty of this too, Mike. You got the story that's out there, which may or may not be true. And you've heard this adage before, I think. He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past. So
right.
The story of what we may read on Wikipedia or all of these other, or what we thought were to be the truth, until we find out the backstory behind the story.
Right.
And you got one for Wolverton Mountain.
Yeah, it was, it's a story that's really deceiving as far as who wrote Wolverton Mountain. Mm-hmm. Joe and I were teenagers, 10th grade, something like that. And everybody rode around in their cars in a circle in Spring Hill. So one day, he says, we ought to go out and see Merle Kilgore. He's out there at the radio station. And that radio station was about the size of a toilet. If you know what a toilet is, it's about 6 or 8 feet or 6 feet. It's real small. And Merle Kilgore was a pretty good sized guy, about 6'3", something like that. And so we went out and knocked on the door, and Merle opened the door, and Joe went inside, and there Merle was with the records, because he had the radio station there at Spring Hill at the time. And I just barely did make it in there, squirmed in. And so as we were talking, someone came and knocked on the door. Well, Merle said, nobody else can't get in here because we're crowded enough. And so I cracked the door a little bit, and the guy said, is Mr. Kilgore here? I said, yeah, he's here. He said, well, would you hand him this? And it was a yellow piece of paper. And I handed it to Joe, and Joe handed it to Merle, and Merle said, see, this is kind of mess that I have to put up with every day. He said, look here, they want me to sing a song about Wolverton Mountain. He said, Clifton Clowers, that kind of crazy stuff. And he said, I can't do this,
right.
My goodness. Then he wound up with the writership on it, and the little guy from Taylor, Arkansas.
Which we can't find his name. We want to find the original writer of Wolverton Mountain, but keep going because the story gets good.
Yeah, well, a friend of mine that came down from Texarkana, which wrote Pretty Woman that they made the movie out of, Bill Dees, he said that he knew that guy. But I forgot his name now, but he knew the guy that wrote that song, and they had a lawsuit, and the little guy in Arkansas, after years and years, finally got his money out of that song. And so the story's got a good ending.
Sure it does, it does. So I want for folks to understand, what year are we talking about? Late 50s, early 60s?
Yeah, somewhere in
there.
Yeah.
So by the way, I don't even know if Spring Hill still has that radio station, do they?
Yeah, they still have a radio station there, but not there.
Okay. But no,
so
I mean, small town Americana, and it had their own radio station. So could it have been a Friday night? So you're riding around. You wouldn't be riding around with Joe on a school night.
No, this was during the day. It was in the afternoon.
Okay. Had to be the weekend? You don't know? Don't remember? Doesn't matter.
Don't remember because we rode the streets every day.
Now the truth comes out. But anyway, Merle Kilgore's on the radio, and you go there, and Joe gets in, not barely room for you. You call it a toilet, almost like an outhouse. It's just a place to play records, literal records, and so somebody knocks on the door. You just happen to be right there.
Yeah.
And took the yellow piece of paper that literally had Wolverton Mountain, I would dare say, handwritten. Do you think it was?
It was handwritten.
It was handwritten.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Wow. And then oh, by the way, when Mike was telling me this, I said, well, goes to show, one man's trash is another man's treasure. But in this case, Merle thought it was trash, and then he got treasure out of it, but then the lawsuit got the treasure where it needed to go.
Well, he got with Claude King in Shreveport, and Claude brought it out, and from my understanding went in the top 10, if not #1 in the nation. And that's when we found out that Merle came up with the ridership on it.
We are living dangerously here, Mike Carr and myself, to bring you this compelling content, as that car just like flew right.
He came by here at 70 miles an hour.
I know you have to-go service at the Latte Kaffe, but
that's quick. Yeah.
All right, yeah, so Claude King got a hit out of it.
Yeah.
And he didn't know, in all probability, right? No.
Claude didn't know.
Right, right. So there you have it. And by the way, so if you would help us out, who was that original author of Wolverton Mountain? Did you said Taylor, Arkansas?
Taylor, Arkansas is where he said he was from, yeah.
Taylor, Arkansas.
Yeah.
So we all have homework to do. Help us out. And then Mike's already planning for episode 3. I'm going to drop some names on you. Here comes another car, Mike.
Yeah, he's driving good.
You're going a little slower. Huh? You need directions? You want food? Oh, we're filming there. What are you doing here?
I had a catering, so I just stopped by.
All right, great.
That's Matt from Roma's in Ruston. So,
oh, it is?
Yeah, we're filming this here. Well,
come by and see us.
Thank you.
Okay.
See, I can't go anywhere. That's Matt. He.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he just sold Roma's in Ruston.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. But it's going to stay in the family. Yeah. All right. Before we it couldn't have been rude because he didn't know what we were doing.
No. We were interrupted.
This is real. This is live and raw. Okay, I'm going to drop some names. Dean Mathis, also known as Pee Wee to Mike.
Right.
And Bill Deese, and a song called Bread and Butter. Tell us,
I like bread and butter. You like toast and jam.
Can you sing it in a falsetto?
I like bread and butter. You like toast and jam. That's what my baby feeds me, but I'm her loving man. Yeah. That was Larry.
Larry did that. You know Larry?
Yeah, well, not well.
Larry the Screamer.
Well, but
all right, so they're scheduled to come on through, and we'll sit down and have another chit chat. Any other closing thoughts or words there, Mr. Mike Carr from the Latte Kaffe?
No, just come and see us.
Come and see us, yeah.
Yeah.
Home cooked food, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
And the hamburgers are good.
Yes, they're very good.
Yeah,
they're very good.
Yeah.
And it's all homemade.
Yeah.
At the Latte Kaffe.
Sure is. And we enjoy you coming by too, Rick.
You're welcome.
I really do appreciate it.
Well, we'll do it again.
Okay.
All right.
Nice seeing you.
Till next time. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Good night.